Hey everyone, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is time for Badger's picks for the week of September 23rd. Let's see who's free this week and what 4 champions I'm going to recommend. Free this week, it looks like we're going to get Fiora, Jax, Jinx, Khazix, Quinn, Rengar, Soraka, Talon, Taric, and Zigz. That's my first recommendation for this week. I'm going to kick it off with a champion I actually enjoy, which is Fiora. Now Fiora herself, very strong solo type champion, can contribute to team fights if she's pretty darn fed and they're pretty weak, but for the most part what I really like about her is her incredible split push capability. If you do get ahead in the game, you can pretty much split push really fast, and it takes more than one person to come deal with her if you're ahead. Obviously if you're behind, that doesn't really work out as well, and that's just being behind and typically you lose. But if you get ahead and you can do the split push, it allows the rest of your team to either push other lanes and secure objectives, or it forces the enemy team to come at you with multiple people, and then the rest of your team can push pretty safely. So one reason I really like her is for that split push and that dueling capability. So if you're looking for a duelist, you gotta try her out. My next recommendation for this week is going to be Talon. Now I know Talon has been seen a little bit more recently in the professional scene, and a little bit more just in the solo queue scene as well. He is looking to get a small nerf coming up where they're going to probably remove his silence off of his E. It shouldn't ruin him as a champion. Talon, once again, I know you could say this about every champions, but once again it comes to the point where it becomes incredibly true. Kind of like a LeBlanc. If LeBlanc doesn't get kills early, she doesn't really do much late game. Same thing with Talon. If he doesn't really do anything early, he doesn't do much. But when he does lots of damage, and he roams incredibly well, and his ultimate is on a very low cooldown. So if you're looking for a new AD mid to try out, Talon's a great choice. You should definitely try him out. My next recommendation is going to be Khazix. Khazix has come up in play recently in the jungle. Once again, this is coming down from the professional scene, and there's one problem with its translation into everyone just playing him now. The biggest problem I've noticed that people are doing is they're playing Khazix and expecting all of his damage, but what they're not realizing is Khazix is played in the professional scene to get lanes and people ahead early on. So you need to go and you have to gank with him early. You can't sit back and farm. He's not a Feral Flare jungler. He doesn't farm super fast in the jungle, so you're not going to sit back and get big like that, like with a Warwick or something like that, where you just farm for a little bit and then gank at 6. That's not what you do. You need to get out there and deal some damage because you have a slow, you have a gap closer, and you have a lot of damage early anyways. But if you don't convert that into kills and assists, you are going to fall off really fast come mid game. So if you're going to play him, make sure you gank a lot early on. And then as for my final pick this week, I'm going to throw back to kind of a classic mid laner. I'm going to go with Zigz. Zigz is still in a strong point. Definitely a go-to mid, in my opinion, for anybody who just plays mid. I think everybody should know how to play him. He's kind of one of those consistent mid laners, just because he always can make it to the late game and always contribute to the team with plenty of damage and plenty of disengage, because his kit is really just focused around controlling a battle and or just making battles kind of last a little bit too long, which can put enemy teams into difficult situations depending on their team comp. So Zigz is definitely a mid laner I think a lot of people should take note of and know how to play, and that's a good way to try him out this week since he's free. Those are going to be the champions that are free this week. Those are my 4 choices for my recommendations for you to try. Obviously, play any of the other champions that you haven't played before or you just want to try out. Give it a shot. You can even do Throw the Hunt this week. Probably going to see that a lot since Rengar and Khazix are both free. So you can probably see that a lot in the game and see if anybody can get that final stack or whatever. So try out any of my recommendations, try any other ones out too. Click around on these pictures. If there is a link to a video, it will open up and it'll let you see a build or guide of some kind. But other than that, just good luck out there this week on the fields of justice.